What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingSupreme. Back in the video, we got Hitler Oversimplified Part 1. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, homie. Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to see more bangers from your boy, you feel me? Because the grind never stops. But hey, today we got some more interesting videos. Very excited. We got Hitler, bro. We got this video, but we got a lot of history today. So we got World War II Oversimplified Part 1, and I also got for y'all the history of Japan as well today. So I got a bunch of different videos for y'all today. So this one's gonna be very intriguing, I would say, bro. You feel me? Like, obviously everyone knows about him, but obviously I don't quite remember, I guess, from class, like everything about him, especially his come up, how we turned into the person he was and everything. But I'm interested to see how it's gonna be. I saw to suggest it in the comments. So like I said, y'all can go check out those other two history videos next, and I got this one as well. So I don't know what to expect, bro. And this is only part 1, so I don't know what to see. Let me know if you want to get y'all for me to get to the other parts. You know, this is really history. I'm learning more about this and everything. So if y'all want to see this, and especially this dude right here, Oversimplified, the way he breaks stuff down, bro, insane, bro, insanely good. So I'm interested to see how he's gonna do this one, and let me know other videos you want to see next. Please spam down below in the comments every single video you want to see, anything, because I'm down to react to whatever y'all know on the channel. I literally react to anything. So let me know what videos you want to see, more of this kind of stuff, anything, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the stuff I get to, that I react to, I get from y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be putting me on all the good stuff. So and just to see, but yeah, love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the continued support, and I'm gonna keep on dropping these bangers for y'all, you feel me? Because the grind doesn't stop, as y'all know. You understand? So let's train to this Hitler Oversimplified Part 1.
Look at this baby. So gentle, so innocent. You'd think this child would grow up to become a good man, an honest man. Well, think again. Hitler was born Adolphus Hitler in 1889 in a small town in Austria-Hungary. His father, Alois Schicklgruber, was born out of wedlock, but eventually changed his name to that of his stepfather, becoming Alois Hitler. Alois was a mid-level Austrian customs officer, not really rolling in cash, but certainly rolling in women. He married a rich, older lady, but then immediately started having affairs, including one with a much younger house servant. A few years later, he left his sick wife to be with his mistress, but since the Catholic Church didn't allow divorce at the time, he couldn't marry her. So he waited for his old wife to die and had a child in the meantime. Then his wife died, so he married his mistress and had another child, but then his new wife got sick, so he employed his much younger cousin Clara to take care of her. Then when his new wife died, he immediately got Clara, his cousin, pregnant, and then married her. In that order, you rock star. Clara and Alois had 3 children together, who all tragically died while in infancy. So when the 4th child, Adolf, came along, Clara spoiled him rotten. The Hitlers had 2 more kids, and the family moved around a few times, meaning Adolf had to attend 5 different elementary schools. Adolf's father was strict, quick to anger, and took most of it out on the eldest son, until he had enough and ran away at the age of 14, leaving 7-year-old Adolf to do most of the chores and get berated by his father.
Strict, quick to anger. His older son left at 14 because it was so traumatizing. What have we always seen, bro? What have we always, it doesn't fail to miss, bro. Why we see when it's like someone who's done something like just terrible, bad, like just unthinkable, it always, like, why did they do that? It always stems from the parents, bro. It always, I know no one's trying to justify, no, I can't even, what he did, I can't even speak on that. That's just, I can't even, but always it's like, oh, why did the person act like, it's because the father or the parents, how they treated them. And then because it's a cycle, bro. You feel me? Let me know if you understand what I'm saying, bro. But you see
the son, until he had enough and ran away at the age of 14, leaving 7-year-old Adolf to do most of the chores and get berated by his father. The result was a difficult relationship with his dad, while he was super attached to his mother, who worried over him and his health excessively. Hitler did well in school at first. His grades were good and his teachers praised him. He was popular with the other.
The fact that they got that mustache on him the entire time, even as a kid, is crazy.
Gathering them together to play war games. He also loved reading, and particularly liked stories about cowboys and Indians. As he grew older, though, he started to get into trouble. He was caught smoking once, organized a raid on a local orchard, tormented his pro-Austria religion teacher with symbolic gestures, displaying his allegiance to the idea of united Germanic people under a greater German state in defiance of Habsburg Austria. You know, the usual. All of this enraged Adolf's father, who punished him severely. The area of Austria-Hungary that Hitler lived in was once part of the German Confederation. and many of the people who lived there considered themselves to be German. Adolf tended to just go against whatever his father said, and since his father was an Austrian public official, Hitler got big into German nationalism. This enraged Adolf's father, who punished him severely.
Wow.
Around this time, a family tragedy struck. His 6-year-old brother, whom he loved a lot, died of measles when Adolf was 10, and was buried in the cemetery just across from their home. Around this time, neighbors reported a change in the young boy. Strange behaviors such as talking to trees and staying up late staring at the stars from the cemetery walls. He lost interest in religion, and his school grades started to decline, which enraged his father, who punished him severely. It also didn't help that he had just entered high school, and the cool city boys treated him like a rural peasant.
Dang.
He had to repeat a grade and had little interest in most school subjects, instead spending his time reading and drawing, which he was quite good at. One day his father said, "Son, someday you'll be a big balls public official like me." And Adolf replied, "No, father, I'm going to become an artist and soar high above the clouds with the eagles." This enraged his father, but by this time he was an old-ass man, so he just sort of let it go, and then died of a lung hemorrhage. Hitler just about passed his final semester and celebrated in the typical way, by getting blackout drunk and wiping his ass with the certificate. However, he didn't take the overall final school exam, instead just dropping out.
Bro, I did not even realize. Oh my, what am I? Wow, this is a crazy childhood right here. His father beat him
Wiping his ass with the
all
certificate.
the time.
However, he didn't take the overall final school exam, instead just dropping out. The now 16-year-old boy was unemployed, without much purpose in life, and for the next 3 years, he stayed that way. He spent most of his time at the opera with his only friend, August Kubizek. Kubizek later wrote his memories of the young Hitler, and said he was passionately interested in many things, felt he was in many ways better than others his age, was quick to anger just like his father, and an incredible speaker once he was ranting.
Wow.
When he was 18, he said a very sad goodbye to his mother and went to Vienna to take the entrance exam for art school. He failed. Soon after, he had to return home. His mother was sick, and her health was rapidly deteriorating. Hitler stayed by her side, and when she eventually died, the family doctor said he had never seen someone so overwhelmed with grief as Hitler was. Then Hitler returned to Vienna, still hoping to find a career in the arts, but he never did. Instead, without parental support, Hitler ended up on the streets. Now in his early 20s, he spent a few rough years living in and out of homeless shelters, making what little he could from selling postcards he painted. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when and how Hitler's extreme ideological beliefs formed, but his time in Vienna would have certainly played a role. Anti-Semitism was widespread in the city.
He was homeless. He was... Dang, man. Sheesh.
Was an outspoken anti-Semite. There were many right-wing anti-Semitic newsletters, which Hitler took a keen interest in. He bought into the conspiracy theories and became a firm believer in the idea that there are many races in constant struggle with one another, the purest of which were the German Aryan people, and the worst of which, he believed, were Jews. Since Austria-Hungary was a multi-ethnic empire full of lesser races, Hitler wasn't a fan. So when he was 24, he moved to Munich in Germany to avoid doing military service, and for 1 more year he was a drifter on the streets, until something huge happened. In 1914, long-standing tensions in Europe erupted into the First World War. Crowds across Europe celebrated the news. Within days, Hitler volunteered for the German army. The war gave him a purpose in life. His fellow soldiers gave him friendship and brotherhood. Despite the horrors of war, Hitler considered it to be the best time of his life. He was reportedly a brave soldier and was a...
That's how you know how like deep and dark he was internally, bro. Dude said, I get it, you know what I'm saying, but dude said some of the best times of his life when he was at war during the tragic, all that. That's how you know how dark it was for him. Just in general, bro. Dude was homeless, dude. He had no purpose. The fact that that just sums it up, bro. That's how you know, bro. Dude was in a dark place, bro. Said war was my favorite time.
Volunteered for the German army. The war gave him a purpose in life. His fellow soldiers gave him friendship and brotherhood.
This is a crazy
Despite the
story.
horrors of war, Hitler considered it to be the best time of his life. He was reportedly a brave soldier and was awarded the Iron Cross, first class. He was also very lucky and had many close encounters with death. His luck ran out in 1916, however, when an artillery shell injured his leg. He went back to Germany to recover and was outraged to find a general apathetic anti-war attitude among the exhausted and hungry German populace. With the war turning against Germany, he returned to the front lines, but was temporarily blinded by a British gas attack in 1918. A month later, still recovering in hospital, Hitler learned of Germany's defeat and surrender. The terms of the peace treaty were tough on Germany. It had to pay a lot of money and lose a lot of soldiers. These conditions weakened Germany and humiliated the German people. Europe's borders changed after the war too. New countries were formed out of Russia's lost territory. Austria-Hungary was dissolved, and there was one big new country splitting Germany into two. Hitler, seeing the country he loved humiliated like this, said that hatred grew in him for those responsible, by which he meant communists and Jews, who he believed had stabbed Germany in the back by spreading dissent and anti-war propaganda back home.
As we see, as he just said, dude had so much hate in his heart, bruh. Like, shit, you couldn't be capable of things like that if you didn't, bruh. You know what I'm saying? People like that, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. Don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Don't take this wrong. But I feel bad for people like that. Don't take this the wrong way, please. Don't. I don't have sympathy for what he did. I mean, like, for him as a person, because you feel me? How dark and sad your life has to be, bruh. And anyone who's all for like destruction, all that, like wars, I want to do all this, I want to hurt people. I feel so much empathy towards those people. You know why? Because to think like that, bruh, you gotta be so internally hateful, so internally, there's a dark mental space, bruh. You feel me? Because if you living a good life, you happy, you positive, you ain't gonna want to do it. It doesn't feel good to do bad stuff. You feel me? It doesn't feel good to do bad stuff. You do bad stuff because internally that's how you feel. You project it on other people, type shit. You feel me? So I feel bad, type shit. Not for what he did, no, but for y'all know what I mean, bro. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all don't, y'all don't. But that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Whew, this was crazy. I didn't realize all that stuff. I didn't know none of that in school, bro. I'm telling you, his breakdowns be crazy with it. Crazy with it. You understand what I'm saying? But that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. More videos dropping soon. Love every single one of y'all. And yeah, just keep on flooding down below in the comments what videos I want to see next. Because I know I'm for sure. I want to get to part 2. If you want me to get to part 2, let me know. But I want to get to part 2 of this one. I also want to get to part 2 of the World War II one. OverSimplified. So let me know in the comments, and be sure to check out those other videos. Like I said, the World War II Oversimplified Part 1 and the History of Japan as well. Make sure to check out those videos because they're already dropped. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. More videos dropping soon. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Love every single one of y'all, and I will catch y'all next time. Love every single one of y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you see more videos. Instagram's on the bottom of the screen. Also in the description if you want to hit me up, DM me, message me, do all that shit so I can keep on spamming these videos out for y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. It's your boy KingSupreme. I'll catch y'all next time.